Hey, what's going on, everybody? TK here, TK and Drinks. So we got another honest mead review coming at you today, and today is one from our friends over at Off Balance Meadery. My man Jason Roloff over there was kind enough to send me a couple bottles. Got to do an interview with him not too long ago. Go check that out. Maybe we'll throw a link down in the description, or maybe one up over here somewhere. But you should definitely check that out. He had a lot of good information, learn about his meadery, well, at least his brand and everything, his potential meadery that is going to be opening up. And all the greatness that usually comes wrong with those TK and Drinks interviews. But today we're going to be getting into a bottle of his Vanilla Diversion. And when talking to him in that same interview, we learned that this is a blueberry black currant mead aged on vanilla, and I believe he said oak as well. I think American oak as well. So is it going to be a sweet one? It's going to be full of taste. It's going to be full of flavor and awesomeness. And if you want to keep up with content like this all the time, hit that notify bell, hit that subscribe, give me the like on the follow, on the socials and all that stuff too. Appreciate all that. So let's get straight into that bottle right now. Got my Space Time Mead and Cider Works bottle opener. We'll crack this bad boy open. Now for those of you new to Off Balance Meadery, my man Jason Roloff is there in the Milwaukee area doing stuff big. He attended Sugar Belt Mead Festival. He's talking with all those cats, learning from the best in the Sugar Belt, as is the style in his area. Woo! And he's going to be doing things big in the future, so definitely keep your eyes out for him. Like I said, go give him a follow on the socials as well. And now let's get into that slow pour. Alright, that's a pretty good looking slow pour, I think. Still getting used to this new angle with this new camera setup, as we're constantly changing things here on the TK and Drinks program. But as soon as I popped that bottle, man, I got a burst of that berry aroma right to the nose. Lots of that dark, earthy currant flavor, a lot of that bright blueberry flavor. I mean, it was a battle of the berries right in my nose. I said, boom, boom, boom. Oh yeah, very jammy. That is what you expect from one of these very sweet, heavy melomels that you get out of the Sugar Belt. Definitely pick up a lot of that that oaky type of woody aroma in there as well, and definitely picking up that vanilla. I'm super excited to get in to see how this thing tastes. But we got our score sheet sitting right here. Let's give it a quick look at the appearance before we start breaking it down. Holding this up into the lights here, we get almost no transparency, pretty damn opaque. And when we do get some color through there, it's a very deep maroon type of color. And it is having almost no bubbles beyond the pour. I'm not seeing any legs, but I'm imagining they're going to be in there. It doesn't say a percentage on there. Actually, I take that back. It does say a percentage on there. And that is 11.2%. So this one's not going to be super duper ultra mega heavy as far as all the residual leftover sugar, I don't think. But it's definitely giving us a little bit of legs. And actually, it's got a pretty decently tinted meniscus from what I'm seeing on there. As far as this thing goes, all around, totally digging it. Brilliant clarity. Hue is beautiful. Legs, nice. Aromatics are very pleasant, very well blended together. Get a light hint of that alcohol in there as well. That spiciness from that earthiness from the vanilla coming through there. That sweetness. The vanilla always reminded me of like cake frosting, almost has that that sugary, sweet, little bit spicy, but not like spicy, but like spices type of character to it. So I'm getting all that character in there as well. So this thing's feeling very well balanced as far as all the visuals go, all the aromatics. Let's get that marked down on our score sheet here. So for the bouquet and the aroma, I'm definitely going to give this one a solid score. I mean, that is like a solid 8 on there. Very pleasant, full of all those characters, very well balanced between like the sweetness. I get a breath of like the acidity in there. I can tell that it's not just going to be a sugariness. I do get some tartness, some liveliness in there as well. Definitely very well blended. Feels like it was taking a lot of time, and feel like there was a lot of time and love put into the thought and the process of how this thing was going to turn out, just from the way I'm smelling. It doesn't smell chemically. It doesn't smell overly tannic. It doesn't smell overly acidic or anything. It smells like it's just right where it needs to be for what it is. So I think a solid 8 is a good score for that. Appearance, again, nothing out of the ordinary. So let's go ahead and give it a straight 6 on that, because it's looking good and doing everything it should be doing as far as that goes. Flavor, all right, let's get into that. Oh yeah, heavy on the black currant flavor. Ooh, and the blueberry. Nice tartness coming in there. Getting that sweetness rolling out. Oh yeah, nice honey character hanging around. Still lots of character coming in too. Oh yeah, that is very pleasant. All that blueberry and that currant is so very true. Not anything artificial, not anything funky like that. The body on it is very pleasant to drink. It's definitely on the fuller bodied side. Probably be hard to drink a lot of these in one evening, but this is perfect share level stuff. Perfect, bottle over an evening type of stuff. I wouldn't necessarily call it crushable. If you're in the mead chugs and that's your thing, do you. I happen to like that sort of thing. But you know how it is. I'm sorry, you guys. But this thing is just, really pleasant to feel in your mouth. Has a nice coating, but it doesn't weigh you down or anything. Appropriate amount of acid, appropriate amount of tannins in there. Doesn't cloy in your mouth. Leaves your tongue dry enough to want some more of it. Has a nice astringency to it. So I'm digging what I'm tasting. Everything around there definitely feels well balanced. No real carbonation as far as anything like that goes. So I'm gonna give this guy a solid 20 because that is good. Let's give it a 21. I'm gonna give that a 21. Bump that up. 21. Scratch out 21. Initial. TK. Date it. All that jazz. All right. Cool. And then overall impression. I'm gonna give this one another 8 because I'm really impressed with this one. It stands out. The character of the fruit. Everything comes through. The vanilla. The vanilla's there lightly in the background. On the retro, you don't get a whole lot of alcohol, which is nice because some of these things on that retro heat up really well and just like, ooh, it's like very alcohol-y and taking a shot and almost takes your breath away. This one doesn't do that, which is very nice. I like all that. So again, 8 and 8, 16, 16 and 21 is 37 and 6 is 43. So I think that's a pretty decent score. 43 out of 50, 4.3. Solid brew here, Jason. Anybody who has not contacted Jason or who wants to contact Jason but hasn't gotten around to it yet or whatever those things are, definitely get a hold of this cat. Do some bottle swapping. Do some snow globes and olive oil if you got to. Whatever you got to do, make that happen. But he's a super cool cat. Like I said, go check out my interview and do another link thing or something like that and all that jazz. But pleasant stuff. Fantastic drinking. Definitely looking forward to keeping an eye on his stuff. Hopefully he gets to go commercial and we can all experience this stuff all the time. But thank you very much for episode 103 on the TK and Drinks Road to 500. Getting on and going on and moving on. So thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one.